Have you ever been judged before anyone asked for the truth? This is the story of Kiana, a 16-year-old girl accused of theft, humiliated in public, and treated like a criminal. But when she made one phone call, everything changed. What happened next wasn't just about justice. It was a lesson in power, in respect, and in how quickly the world changes when you stop being underestimated. Stay with us. The afternoon sun filtered through the glass windows of a sleek, modern phone shop. Bright, clean, almost too quiet. As the door opened, a soft jingle echoed in the store. Kiana stepped inside, her sneakers making the faintest squeak against the polished tile. She was 16, still a kid in the eyes of some, but in her mind she was earning her independence. Babysitting, running errands for neighbors, saving up every bit she could for one thing she truly wanted: a rose gold smartphone. Her eyes sparkled as she approached the display. It was right there, slim, sleek, shiny. The kind of phone her friends flaunted on social media, the kind she had quietly worked for months to afford. She leaned in, her breath catching just a little. But then, "Where do you think you're going with that?" A voice thundered across the room, harsh, accusing. Kiana froze. "With what?" she asked, startled. "That phone," barked the shop owner, stepping out from behind the counter. His face was tight, his eyes narrow. "It was right there." Kiana blinked. "I haven't touched anything." He didn't care. "You kids think you can walk in and take whatever you want," he snapped, already reaching for the phone on his desk. "Officer? Yeah, I've got a thief right here. She's still in the store." Kiana's heart dropped. Her hands began to tremble. "I didn't do anything," she whispered. "You can check me." But he'd already hung up. Outside, pedestrians were starting to slow down, peering in through the windows. She was trapped in a story she didn't write. Minutes later, flashing lights painted the windows red and blue. A cruiser skidded to a stop. The officer didn't hesitate. No questions, no hesitation. Just walked right in with a scowl on his face. "You, turn around." "What? Wait, please." Before she could explain, her arms were yanked behind her. Cold, rigid cuffs snapped around her wrists. "You people are all the same," he muttered under his breath. "Come in, act entitled, walk out with stuff that isn't yours." Tears spilled down Kiana's face. "I didn't take anything. Please, search me. I don't even have a purse." The officer didn't care. His mind was made up. "No phone? Then you hid it. Doesn't matter. You'll confess eventually." Kiana's voice cracked. "I want to call my mom." The officer rolled his eyes, annoyed. "Fine. One call. Make it fast." With trembling fingers, she dialed. The screen blurred as tears ran down her cheeks. "Mom." Her voice broke. "Please come. They arrested me. They think I stole something." On the other end of the line, her mother's voice was calm, steady, too steady. "I'm on my way," she said. Then silence. 10 minutes later, the rumble of an engine echoed like thunder in the parking lot. A jet-black SUV screeched to a halt. The doors swung open, and out stepped a tall, commanding woman dressed in a sharply pressed military uniform, boots clicking with authority on the pavement. Medals gleamed on her chest. A stern expression framed her strong jaw. The room inside fell silent. "Where is my daughter?" she asked. The officer who had cuffed Kiana now looked like he'd swallowed a stone. "Mama, who exactly are you?" "I'm General Layla Montgomery," she said, "and unless you found evidence to justify this arrest, you just made a very serious mistake." The officer stammered. "Well, we got a call from the store." He said, "Did you find the phone on her?" He hesitated. "No." "Then why did you put her in cuffs?" Silence. The store owner, who had been lurking behind the counter, tried to speak up. "She looked suspicious. I just assumed." "You assumed! That's not evidence," she snapped. "That's bias." The tension was heavy. Everyone knew this wasn't just about a phone anymore. Within minutes, Kiana was released, the cuffs removed. No apology, just shame burning in their eyes. Outside, the sun had started to dip, casting long shadows on the sidewalk. Kiana wiped her eyes and looked up at her mother. "Why does it always take this for people to treat us like we matter?" she asked. Her mother knelt slightly so they were eye to eye. "Because people fear uniforms, not honesty. They see medals before they see humanity, and that's the sad truth. Kiana nodded slowly. Her mother smiled, gently brushing a curl from her forehead. But never forget this. Your worth isn't something you prove to them. It's something you walk in. Every day, without asking permission. 3 days passed. Same town, same store, same bell jingling as Kiana walked through the door. But this time, her posture was different. She stood tall, composed. Her mother walked beside her like a quiet storm. The shop owner looked up and nearly dropped the phone in his hand. No shouting, no confrontation, just one silent glance. General Montgomery gave a simple nod toward the shelves. Go ahead, choose. Kiana walked to the display. She didn't choose one phone. She picked 5. One for herself, one for her cousins, and the rest donated to a local youth center for girls just like her. Girls who needed to be reminded they mattered. The shop owner said nothing. He didn't even make eye contact. He didn't need to. The message had already landed. As they stepped back into the sunlight, Kiana glanced at her mother. That felt good, her mother smiled. The best revenge isn't anger, it's success. They climbed into the SUV and drove away, but the story didn't end there, because this wasn't just about a phone or an arrest. It was about how quickly people judge when you don't fit their idea of innocent. How often they forget that respect isn't earned through silence, it's demanded through presence. So if you've ever been underestimated, judged too quickly, or had to fight just to be seen, remember this. You don't owe anyone your worth, you just have to know it. If this story moved you, don't scroll away. Drop a comment, like this video, and subscribe for more real stories that challenge prejudice and remind us what real strength looks like.